know, because I used to be a very high-strung person. So, like, he knows.
I mean,
But,
still a
no,
little
trying to make me look bad.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Curtis. This is Nicolette. And today we want to speak about removing toxic people from your life. We know we've all been kind of experiencing the same situation due to social distancing. And we thought this would be an important time for us to speak on doing some important self-inventory and identifying toxic people and removing those people out of your life. I want you to look at this isolation as a positive, because you can definitely look at this as a time for you to, improve yourself and make some improvements in your life, just so, when this is all over, or if this is just the way things are going to be at the end of the day, you'll benefit from it. We're not just saying cut people off, because I know that's a big trend now. We're saying remove the toxic people out of your life when they're draining your energy.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
These are people that I call energy vampires. They only want to take. They call you with their problem. Mm-hmm. They call you whenever something bad goes wrong. Right. They got into it with their boyfriend. Their girlfriend kicked them out. They bring you the garbage.
We're not saying get rid of people that have negative things that happen to them. That's
right.
Not what we're saying at all. When I say toxic people, I'm talking about people that every time you talk to them, it's always something negative.
Right.
Like they never have anything positive to say.
We all know people like that.
Yeah, it's always negative. And the thing that I find is people that are like that, a lot of the times when you call them or when they call you, text, whatever it may be, they're so busy talking about their problems that they never take the time to ask you like how you're doing.
Right.
How
That's
your
how you can identify it right there.
Like what negative is going on in your life. Like what you have to think about is when you're done talking with that person, hanging out with them, dealing with them or whatever, like how do you feel? Like how is your energy? How is your vibe? Like have they pulled down your vibrations? Like do you feel good like when you go home, or do you feel exhausted?
And like I said, it might be a friend, it might be a family member, somebody that you love, and you can still love that person, but just recognize the fact that you and this person might not be on the same path. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. Mm-hmm. Sometimes paths go opposite directions, but at the end of the day, just make sure that you're making the right decision for yourself and don't walk down a path with someone else because you love them.
Right. And to kind of piggyback off of that, talking about paths, I would say like when you're dealing with people that have negative vibes or are always thinking about like the oh woe is me and I have this going on, that going on, like you can't really focus on yourself. Like you can't see the direction that you're supposed to be going on in because you're so busy thinking about that person, worrying about that person. And if that is the case, then that person you should not be around, or you should not be dealing with, because nobody who's a true friend, nobody who really cares about you is going to want to burden you.
Right.
And again, we're not saying that you need to completely cut these people off. Of course, if you love someone, you want to be there for them. But if you feel like it's always like about them, it's always, about their problems, then yeah, sometimes you do have to let that go. And that's what we're saying about this isolation. Like, it's good to take this time to take a step back and say, okay, who in my life is benefiting me? Who in my life is pulling me down and draining my energy?
Right.
Because you can't uplift yourself in any way, really, if you have all these people around you that are dragging you down. Like, how are you going to drive your car, your bike, or walk if somebody's always pulling behind you? And you have to drag somebody with you. Like, it's no way. Like, you may make it, yes, but it's going to take you a long time.
Right.
Because your energy and your thoughts are going to these people instead of yourself.
And I know, like she said, this person, they don't want to, it's not like they're consciously trying to do what they're doing, but subconsciously, they don't want you to change the direction of the conversation. Like if you just had a good promotion at the job and this person is calling you with this negative energy, they're going on what they're going on about, and you can say, hey man, and I just got a promotion, man, my son just got approved for this new school. They don't want to hear any of that. To them, you're almost kind of like bragging, or you're
Right.
throwing that in their face at this particular time, because
Yeah.
when they're going through this, they don't want to hear anything other than what they're going through. They want you to pacify that situation so they can stay in that state.
Yeah.
Sometimes when somebody's going through something, you say,
Yeah.
hey man, all you have to do is just work on yourself, man. You get
They
yourself
don't want to
together.
hear it all
They
the
don't want to
time.
hear that. They want you to go back to the problem. So that's how you know that this person is a toxic person, because you can
Yeah.
give them the way out and say, hey man, this is the way to get out of the burning building right here, but they want to sit here and cook. So
Right. And again, like I said, you gotta base it off of how do you feel when you're talking to the person.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Are you truly happy? And like I said, that goes back to like a spouse. Like, are you truly happy? Like when you're sitting there in the house with this spouse and it's always like, oh, my life is so miserable. Like, how are you gonna come out of that?
Right.
Like, okay, it's okay to complain a little bit. It's
Right.
okay
We
to
all
voice
get
your
down.
problems.
Right.
Yeah, but there comes a time when you have to go past complaining and make plans to change.
right,
Put that work in and say, okay, like this is what I'm gonna have to do to change. Like me sitting here complaining is not gonna work. And if that person is not willing to do that, then basically, honey, you're gonna be stuck
You are.
with them the way they are for the rest of your life.
And
So
if you're not willing to accept that, then move on.
right,
You're either
right.
gonna
And I
accept
know
it or move
easier
on.
it's easier said than done, yes. So this is not like an overnight process.
Right,
And that's why
right.
we're saying like you should take this isolation and you should say, okay, I'm alone right now. Like, what am I doing with my life?
Right, right.
Who am I inviting into my life? Who am I entertaining in my life?
What type of energy am I entertaining? You
Right,
know?
right. Ow. But yeah, as your life is getting better, those toxic people are going to eventually fall off because your energy is not going to match theirs.
It's gonna clash just like a negative and a positive.
Yeah.
It's not gonna.
It's not going to
know,
match. It's not going to
eventually-
match. They're not going to want to hang around with you
Right.
any longer. And like I said, I get it, especially because we've been down.
Right.
You know, we've been down.
Right.
But what I've found lately is that the older we get and the more people, I should say, that kind of falls out of our lives, like the better our lives have gotten since then. Like even
Right.
with just within the last few years,
Financially.
like everything is a little bit more
everything.
stable
Right.
because we're not entertaining all of that negativity.
It's like you're burning the candle from both ends when you're doing that.
Mhm.
You already have to do your thing, and then when you're talking yourself up with other people's problems, it's just
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
your own problems that you go through every day in
Right.
life.
They
Mhm.
think you're okay because everything looks good from the outside,
Right.
when in all actuality, your life could be just as
Emotionally,
jacked
you
as
could be
theirs.
tore up for that
I was gonna
day.
say that
Yeah,
word, but I know I
right.
can't say that.
Right.
But yeah, your life could be just as jacked as theirs, if not worse. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're not saying it on or showing it on the outside doesn't mean it's not.
Right.
And so when you don't have those friends, those loved ones that supposedly love and care about you, that are checking on you because they're so busy, worrying you with their problems or asking for help, like, come on, you just have to let that go.
Right.
You have to let that go. And I've had people in my life that I love dearly, that I kind of just have to pull back from.
And be careful who you do seek consultation from, because sometimes people welcome that type of energy.
No,
and
then
that-
they love to,
and then-
they love to hear that
and then that's-
negativity.
And then that
Like,
that
yes.
will be the only thing that they will want to draw out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
You know what
exactly
I mean?
it. If it was something like that
Like
kind
say
of
me
match
and
what
her
they.
split up.
Oh yeah,
I
girl,
got caught
call me.
cheating.
Like, what's going on?
A lot
Like,
of people are gonna be wanting to get on her line and be like, I told her, now we need to go out and now we back best friends and woo woo woo. You know what I mean? So
And also, like, talk about, like, if it's your family member, if you live in a house with a family member who's that way, or if you share a house with a friend, or if it is a spouse, like, take the time to get away from that environment until you can figure out a plan of how, okay, do I get out of this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take some time away, even if it's on your way home from work. Pull over somewhere, a nice scenic place, with some water, some trees, or
Right,
something.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Just sit there and have that time alone, not always surrounded with people. Before you get home, get your energy right so that when you do get home and deal with whoever it is that you have to deal with, that your vibe is a little bit different. As you continue to do that, you're going to say, you know what, I want to feel this good. When I'm by myself, I want to feel this good all the time.
You dwelling in negativity and dealing with people that's always telling you how bad things are, you're not even looking for the right situation.
Now, I know when situations arise that sometimes, like, all that goes out the window. I get it, because I used to be a very high-strung person. So like he knows.
I mean,
But
still a
no,
little
trying to make it look bad. But yeah, like I'm not there 100%. But hey, like I'm taking steps the older I get.
We all got a long way to go. You know what I mean? I think that you know, life. I mean, it's like these are different video subjects, but I think life is it's a mission. You know, we all have a mission to accomplish in our life. So that's why we're still, you know, walking around day to day doing what we have to do because the mission hasn't been accomplished yet. So
yeah,
you know, so just take that as a challenge, you know, and you can definitely do it.
I lost my train of thought when I got this message. But yeah, so basically, don't look at this. I mean, everything that's happening in the world right now, yes, it's bad. You know, it's really bad.
Never know.
Hoping and praying that it gets better. But until that time, use your time wisely.
Right.
Use your time wisely. Don't waste it, because once the doors open back up, a lot of us are gonna run back to what we were doing before.
This is definitely not the time to be playing with time. So take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time serious. Value your time.
Yeah, use this time wisely, you know, so with that, when you come out of this, you're a different person. And I know they're going to be lifting everything within a week or so, and I know some places are already lifted, but I mean, it's never too late to start working on yourself, because this is what I was going to say. Like when you're older, you know, you're not going to look back and say, hey, I'm so glad that I spent my whole life worrying about these other people, you know, and letting them drag me down. I never got to do what I really wanted to do, but oh, it's okay. No, you're not going to feel that way. You're going to be like, man, I didn't use my time wisely. Like I didn't work on myself, because you only have one life. Nobody's going to live it for you. They can ruin it for you, but they will not live it for you. So, you know, you have to protect yourself. You have to protect your energy. You have to protect your aura, your vibe, your surroundings, all of that.
You do, and it's up to you.
It's up to you. It's your life. It's your life.
Right. So
it's your life.
Please like and subscribe. Comment down below. We want to thank everybody for watching this video.
Please like and subscribe, because watching, yeah.
If you have,
we love to help, but
if you have any topics that you would like us to discuss, please leave it in the comments down below, and we'll make sure that we touch on that when we get a chance.
Yeah, we hope we didn't depress you with anything that we just said. We are just trying to help.
Right.
We are all trying to work on ourselves.
Right. Make the best of this situation.
Yeah.
You know, make the best of you.
Yeah. So please support us, and we will also support you. Thank you guys all for watching, and we hope you take some of our advice, if not just a little bit. And love you, and we will talk to you guys later.
All right.
Bye.